But basically what it is it's contract money allotted to us from MEF, from Brigade. And what we do is we can go out, we can find contractors to fix...
I'm sorry, what was MEF? What's MEF stand for?
Marine Expeditionary Force.
Okay, alright.
We can go out, we can find Iraqi contractors to fix infrastructural problems. The process that we used here in Lima Company was my job and my AO is to go out, identify problems, find out what the problem is, how it's affecting the people, and then come up with as many solutions as I can find. Once I have an idea of what I want to do, I bring in contractors or anybody who can fix the problem. I sit them down, I talk about it, solve the problem with them, and then I approach our CMO officer, who this deployment was our XO, Lieutenant Larson. We would have weekly, what we call district council meetings. During those weekly meetings, he would listen to me about all the problems that I found and found solutions for in my AO, along with my district council representative and my police chief. We would sit down, we would start to begin the contract process of turning the paperwork into hire, waiting for it to be approved, waiting for the money to come so that we can get the project started.
Okay. What were some of the first projects you focused on? I understand that it was not actually in the city at that time.
Yeah, one of the first things that we focused on was the farmland. I got a significant portion of my AO is all farmland along the Euphrates, and one of the things we immediately saw was that they were barren. So by fixing that, just trying to get the most bang for our buck, we supply the community with jobs, and we supply the markets with produce, and a surplus of produce will eventually drive prices down. So what we did, I would go up and I would talk to the local farmers, establish which land is theirs. I would work through the contract process with them about getting water pumps,
because the water pumps are thrown into the river by the terrorists. Okay.
Exactly. Getting them water pumps, getting them to clean out and re-dig their irrigation ditches, till their fields, plant their seeds, all of that, and propose those contracts up to my command. And then as the money would come down, start handing it out, and we would monitor all contracts. What we did was we would go and inspect throughout the entire contract process, before, during, after, take lots of pictures to show how we were spending the money that they were allotting us, and just continue to build that relationship with the people in the process.
Okay. And once again, this wasn't just stuff that you were like the water pumps. You weren't just flying these in from the States and sticking them out there for them.
No.
You were contracting with locals to.
Absolutely, and that's one of the good things the contract's done is, like, one contract can facilitate 60 guys getting work for a certain amount of time. So you give the farmer money to buy a pump. He hires someone to go pick up the pump from Baghdad, from a pump distributor there. Then he brings it back. Then he pays workers to install the pump. Then he pays workers to till his field. He pays workers to clean out his irrigation ditch. And so it works pretty well.
Okay.
Just getting money out into the community.
At this time, I understand that there was actually you had kind of a rough experience with one of the farmers. Are you willing to share that with us right now?
Yeah, absolutely. That was just one of hard lessons learned. You're trying to get the community, and sometimes, just like in America, you're going to get taken advantage of. This guy basically sold himself off to us, to the company, as a sheikh. We did not investigate it properly, just because we were unfamiliar with the culture at that time. How easy it was to throw around the term sheikh. We thought we were dealing with a pretty important individual. Kind of trusted him at his word, and he did not live up to the expectations of the contract, to what we had expected. Work got done, the people benefited somewhat, but not to the extent that we had originally anticipated, and it was a hard lesson for us. But it definitely, it didn't knock us out. We just knew, that just means, we have to investigate things that much further, build those bonds with the people, so we know who we can trust and who we don't trust.
Okay, and I guess there hasn't been any more repeats of that experience.
No, and what we've tried to do a good job of is monitoring everything, inspecting, just like the Marine Corps, inspecting what you would expect or whatever.
The whole supervision thing.
Supervision thing. If you don't watch people, yeah, they're going to steal your money. But but you stay on top of them and you lay down the rules, like this is what I want done, and you don't leave them alone until that job is done. So
has it really paid off? I mean, I was in the market here, I guess you'll call it the souk. Is the prices of produce and fruit gone down?
Absolutely. Prices across the board and everything has dropped. Fuel prices, prices for everyday goods, produce, food, everything has dropped since 7 months ago.
Okay, so I guess the people here in Ramadi actually have a little more money to actually spend on essentials and food. So I guess they're actually using that money to buy, I don't know, comfort items.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I saw a number of jewelry shops out of town.
You see guys buying jewelry now. You see people walking through the souk with television sets. That's just a good indication of how the economy is growing. If a guy can afford to buy a TV set, then he's certainly not worried about his family starving. So in that sense, I guess we're talking about right now that a lot of the contracts, the money put out into the market or into the city has paid off. Yeah.
I guess there's a big concern that by putting all this money out to the community that you can unintentionally cause inflation.
Right.
And I guess y'all handled that fairly well.
Yeah, and we were. Like I said, I'm no expert, but we do have people who are experts. We have got economics majors as lieutenants and stuff like that. Like they understand those dynamics. And what we try to do was infuse the economy with money, but spread load it. So like through contracts, what we're able to do is you're able to give a contractor money. He's able to spread that work to several different people, giving them money. Then they go to the shops and they start buying things. So we're not just like opening up a briefcase and being like, here, take what you want.
Okay. Well, I guess we're down to the last 5 minutes of this tape. I guess we're going to have to start another one. Is there anything in the last 5 minutes that perhaps maybe we missed or something that you want to discuss real quick?
I would say just it's been a learning process from the start, going out and just targeting the people as what we were concerned with, not just finding contractors and talking to them. Not just finding the Iraqis who speak English. That's the easy way out. But getting to know every person in our AO, all walks of life. From the poorest individual to the wealthiest, most educated guy, and understanding the most important thing, understanding the dynamics of the culture. Which the only way you get that is by spending time. Like little cultural nuances about what you say when you enter a room, how you enter a room. Things like that, and it just endears you to the people, and it begins to have them see you more as a human being rather than just a guy in uniform. So I think that's something that we've been really successful at. It's hard sometimes, it's time consuming, but the patience pays off in the end. You gain that much more respect, just like the negotiating. Negotiating is a huge part of their culture. Haggling up over a price is seen as a skill set. So as you develop that, you understand by haggling with the guy, you're not insulting him, you're actually giving him credit, because the lower you can get him to go on price, the more they're going to respect you, because they're going to respect you for your negotiations.
Oh, and that's something you learned from the reading assignments.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Well, is there anything else you were going to say?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it. I guess we'll stop here and we'll start the next tape.
Okay.